Black Queer Town Hall is brought to you by PVH, Facebook, Kiva, Stella Artois, Polaroid, TikTok, Barefoot, Carol's Daughter, and Scruff. And a big thanks to our premium donors, MasterCard, Most at Netflix, and every single one of you watching for helping with the GoFundMe.
We're head turners. We're magic makers. We take the zigzagged path and add volume in every room. Each kink and coil, a reminder that we bounce back no matter what. Naturally unique, we do our own thing, and together we are tighter than our texture. Carol's Daughter, the bond is real.
As a proud LGBTQ+ ally since 1988,
Barefoot believes in accepting everyone exactly as they are.
So be bold with us.
So be proud with us.
Be you with us.
When you purchase our new Pride Sweet Rosé Bubbly,
Barefoot gives back to free mom hugs.
And the National Center for Transgender Equality.
to help build a world where everyone can be truly
unapologetically themselves.
So barefoot with us.
For transgender people, a secure payment doesn't mean protecting yourself from someone buying sneakers with your card. No, if you're transgender, a secure payment means paying for something without being judged, questioned, disrespected, humiliated, harassed, even assaulted, simply because the name on your card doesn't match how you identify. This is about more than just keeping a card safe. It's about keeping us safe. True Name by MasterCard, the first card that allows you to display your chosen name because that's who you truly are.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Black Queer Town Hall. Pep, how are you?
Honey, I'm feeling fabulous. We had such a wonderful, enriching day full of conversations. I'm elated. I am energized. And I was still, coasting from the energy of Juneteenth last week.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you that you can follow Black Queer Town Hall on our socials. That is at Black Queer Town Hall on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want to see the amazing show from yesterday, it is still up. We had some great stuff. We had performances by Candace Marie Woods, a poem from Jordan Imani Keat.
We also had a fabulous conversation with myself and Randall Tucker from MasterCard, really just picking up the conversation that we had last year. It was a great day.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And I think that today is going to be even more Stundrolina.
That's right. And we have such a full day. I am so excited. Now, yesterday we had conversations, and today is all about performances and celebrations. So we have appearances and performances by the fabulous Mila Jam, Monet Exchange, Big Frida is our headliner. We also have some fierce drag performances. It is going to be an extravaganza. So get ready, hunty. But wait, there's more. We are also giving out some awards to some Black queer movers and shakers in the community, like Queen Jean receiving the Outstanding Achievement in Black Queer Activism Award, that's a mouthful, and the legend Miss Major receiving the Lifetime Achievement in Black Queer Excellence Award. That is a full menu. So let's start the show.
Let's eat.
Let's eat, honey. You know I had to bring you back to the food. You think I ain't going to go get some crawfish after this? You are crazy.
Girl, you are filming in New Jersey, not the Bayou. Where you getting crawfish? Years and years ago, I went to go see Seussical the Musical at the Springer Opera House in Columbus, Georgia, and I was immediately affixed to this one performer playing the Cat in the Hat. She's actually one of my oldest friends, now that I realize. I've known her since I was like 18 years old in college, and then she later moved to New York City, where I followed behind, and our lives have just been crisscrossing ever since. She's an amazing musician. She's a brilliant actor. She is a remarkable talent. Please welcome Miss Mila Jam.
Mila Jam. Pretty one. Let's go. Do you want my love? Can you take it all? I can feel you. I can't hear you. Do you want my love? Can you take it all? I can feel you. I can't hear you. Show up for the night. Be mine for the night. Don't run away. Don't run away. Hanging on the inside. Damn you and those brown eyes. Yeah, you got me hanging on for love. Called you from the west side. You didn't get back in time. Hey, you got me hanging on, just hanging on for love. Hanging on for love. Just hanging on. I'm hanging on for love. Hanging on for love. Oh, for love. Hanging on, I'm hanging on your love. Somebody like me. Are you mine? Are we fine? No divide. We'll be right till the end of time. Be right, yeah. Know what it feels like, but we can't stop the flame without fire. We'll die, don't let it die. I die, yeah. I die. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty one, do what you wanna do. Pretty one, pretty one, pretty one, don't let him walk all over you. Pretty one, pretty one, how can you keep living, never getting enough? All your love away. All your love Pretty one, fight like you're getting through. Pretty one, pretty one, pretty one, oh, the light will shine up bright on you. Pretty one, pretty one, how can you get enough? How can you give all of your love? Hey, all your love away. All your love away. Pretty one, pretty one, pretty one. All my pretty ones. Find your love. You gotta fight for what you want. Pretty one, pretty one, pretty one. Sometimes the heart can get lost and leave you awesome. No, pretty one, you better get paid. Pretty one, pretty one, pretty one. Oh, love can be a silly game. Pretty one, pretty one. How can you keep giving up? Oh yeah. How can you give all your love, all your love, all your love, all your love
Oh, what a fabulous performance. Mila Jam, this is my sis. We've known each other for over 10 years, and I love you so much. I'm so glad the world is able to see everything that we've loved about you, this pop star. Bob, tell me, what did you think?
Oh, Mila Jam is amazing. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I actually met Mila Jam when I was 18 years old.
What?
Yes. I was a little freshman twink in college.
Oh, y'all, because you're both from the same, where is it?
We're from Columbus, Georgia. So shout out to anyone watching this in Muskogee County right now.
Oh, I hope they are.
And we know y'all watching in Muskogee County. There's somebody at Fort Benning right now.
And I want to take a break. While we are raising money, obviously, we want to throw any single time a major group or company or organization shows some love to the queer community, I want to recognize it. So listen, if you love Mila Jam and you want to listen, you want to sing like her, get her music. And if you want to smell like her, okay, then please go to Sephora and pick up number 1 from the Fluid Project. It's their new fragrance, and Mila is the face of the campaign.
The girl's a model.
The girl's a model, darling.
She's not just a singer, she's a model.
I love it.
This next performer is truly my best friend in the world. She is my co-host on the award-winning podcast, Sibling Rivalry. She is one of the winners of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4. She is a staple on the international drag scene, and she's legit one of the talented and most nicest people I've ever met in my life. She has some brand new music coming out this summer, so please go and check it out right now. Check out her new single, Love Like This. Please welcome Miss Monet Exchange.
So this is actually going to be the first single off the album, coming out this summer, June 11th. Y'all wanted an R&B, reggae, queer bop? Then girl, you got it. Hit it.
Imagine the whole world without me and you. If you met another me, baby, I can guarantee you'll still remember me. And if your lips never touch my lips, bet you still remember this. Only in your memory, some sweet fantasy. Think you want me over, come play a prize. Won't you dead to rest and come alive? Multiply a light up your life. Cause I'm telling you, say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. Oh no. Say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. Someone to kiss, someone to miss, someone to call up and just shoot the shit. Say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. No, no. When will you notice that I'm paradise? Let me be an island, destination my hands, palm trees and white sand. Rub up on me skin to skin, let it be the sweetest sin. Come now, I need a little taste and supply, my darling. Think you want me over, not play a prize. Won't you take the rest and come alive? Lots of fire, light up your life. Cause I'm telling you, say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. No, no. Say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. Someone to kiss, someone to miss, someone to call up and just shoot the shit. Say you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. No, no. Hug up your lover, move close and go down, down. Break it back up, then go circle ya. Wind down your waist, go slow. Now pick it up, cause you never had a love like. Hug up your lover, move close and go. Break it back up, then go circle ya. Wind down your waist, go slow. Now pick it up, cause you never had a love like. Said you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. No, no. Said you never knew a love like this. No, you never knew a love like this. Say you never knew a love like this. No, 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 no.
Well, hello and hallelujah. It's me, Shangela, and I just want to say welcome. I know that you've probably already been welcome, but I love to say welcome. You know, I'm Black Church Fish, honey. I like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you on program? No, I love being a part of this event. This is my second time being a part of the Black Queer Town Hall, and I think it is so important, you know, with Bob and Peppermint and all of the people that are working behind the scenes to put this event together. It's so important that we have this. So thank you so much for enjoying, being entertained, but also coming here to be informed. All right, there are so many voices that deserve amplification and greater visibility, especially those voices from our Black and brown communities. There are so many things that are going good in our areas, right, in our communities, but there are also our places where we need extra help, extra assistance, extra knowledge, and extra work. I work with Bob, you know, very closely in the show We're Here for HBO, and we're coming back with a season 2. But in that, you know, we go to small conservative towns, and we help to amplify voices in our LGBTQIA+ community that don't always get the amplification, the spotlight that they deserve. And people need to know that they're not alone. So if you're watching this today, I want you to know, from your homegirl Shangela, you are not alone. Don't give up. Keep pressing forward. Continue to show up to work and be the best, or at least try to be, all right? And also uplift each other. Our community has been so hard hit, especially in the last year, and we have to continue uplifting, celebrating, amplifying each other. And with that being said, I would like to uplift a diva coming to your entertainment screens right now, all right? This is my good sister who I've traveled with, who I've kikied with, a girl that lets you know it's fashion. No, it's fashion. It's the #1 friend and sweetheart, a beautiful, amazing smile, and oh so talented. I mean, she should take me with her everywhere, right? Because this is quite the introduction, okay? I need this introduction. Somebody write this down. I want this introduction for myself later, too. No, please get ready to be entertained by the musical stylings of the doll, the Duchess, the diva, Peppermint.
Lately I've been torn up, tossing back and forth. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I want you, but I'm caught up thinking of some problems before I even know it's the truth. You're giving me the feeling that I never ever want to lose. I gotta face the music, but I don't know what to listen to. Can't get too far ahead. Let's take it step by step. I'm here for it. All we got is our best. We'll take it as it comes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
here for it. Yeah. I keep second guessing why not take the blessing you showing up in my life. I'm still carrying the burden, keeps both of us hurting. It's so hard to take a side. All we get is today, and today we should put it on the line. There's no music we can't face if we take it one beat at a time. Can't get too far ahead, let's take it step by step. I'm here for it. All we got is our best. We'll take it as it comes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I said I'm here for it. Ooh, I'm here for it. Let's take it step by step. I'm here for it. And all we got is our best. We'll take it as it comes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Oh, I'm here for it. I said I'm here for it.
Pep, this was absolutely so beautiful. I love you. When did you film that?
I filmed it just before, like a week ago. I flew to LA and said, let's do a music video. And it's my very first music video that I've ever done in Los Angeles. And I wanted it to feel very LA. So we drove down and we had the palm trees and it was as close to the beach as I'm going to get. But that was here for it. Now, for those of you that like that song, it actually just launched yesterday on Spotify. And so you can stream it on Apple Music and on iTunes and YouTube Music and all the music services. So please get the song. If you liked it, stream it. If you loved it, download it. I guess that's how it works. And please share the video because the video launches tonight on YouTube after this broadcast. So I would love for you all to share the video. Please, it's like an encore debut or encore premiere. So please share the video.
Was this when I picked you up from the airport? You filmed it then?
This is, when you picked me up from the airport. Yep.
So I pulled up to the airport blasting Black Pepper.
And first I was like, I don't know. And I was like, wait, my music's playing. I hear it. And then I was like, oh, it must be that car over there. And there's Bob the drag queen and Jacob in the car. By the way, Jacob took the pictures, everybody, for Here For It. And they look gorgeous. I actually just shared one today. And so go to the Instagram and give it a like and give Jacob Ritz a follow.
Now we have some more amazing performers. Do you remember? I want to describe the scene.
Okay, you describe something, and then I'm going to tell you something.
So we were preparing for Twin Cities Black Queer Excellence, and as the submissions were like the tapes were rolling in, there was this one, and we flagged it in the group, and it was like we just started sending it around. We were like, "This person, they're so talented. This song is so good." Mm-hmm. What happened? What happened?
No. Let me tell you what happened, honey. I mean, that's true, but Raif and I were actually in a different channel on a different event and said, we have to bring this person to the group. And that's exactly what, and then we got to see it in the group chat. And didn't you gag? Did you gag or did you not gag?
I was floored. Like, I was sharing it with everyone. it's one of those things just so amazing. And now that we like we're in the family way, I'm like, I want them at all the functions.
Bring them honey, they are at every barbecue, honey. I want them here. Now, y'all, there's a good chance that you don't know who we're talking about. So we might as well say the name, but we want to let you know that we are absolutely just as enthusiastic as we could ever get about bringing a new artist to you and introducing you to our next artist. Bob, who is it?
So please welcome to Black Queer Town Hall, B. Steadwell.
When you come, we gon' be planting seeds, babe, 'cause I'm gonna give you the best greens in my garden. I'll pick the biggest leaves, I'm gonna give you the biggest leaves. I'm gonna give you the best greens in my garden. I need you healthy for me, healthy for me. I wanna keep you here for 100 years. I wanna run through trees. I want you running right in front of me. Let's go and play with dirt. Let's go and save the earth. Ooh, this love is so alive. Tomatoes big and full, baby. My basil grows like a weed, grows like weeds, honey. Got sage and I got thyme. The sun makes you look so fine. So girl, come and water with me, yeah. Water with me, 'cause I'm gonna give you the best greens in my garden. I'll pick the biggest leaves, I'm gonna give you the biggest leaves. I'm gonna give you the best greens in my garden. I need you healthy for me, I'm gonna give you healthy for me.
So for those of you that make sure you go out and give B. Steadwell a follow and get their music, get their previous work. They are somebody you should definitely be following. And so now,
I recommend you listen to that song "Gay Sex." It's really, really good.
Yes. So last year we wanted to include voices of allies speaking out on the importance of solidarity with the trans community, and we asked a lot of people, and we got none. This year we decided to ask again. And we got one special one, a friend of mine, a talented actor and an activist. Please give it up for Hill Harper.
Hi, my name is Hill Harper. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm an actor, author, father, and proud black man. This past year has been one unlike any before. We took to the streets and found community when isolation and solitude was supposed to be keeping us safe. We lifted up our voices, our fists, and our black and brown communities to show strength and solidarity. We said their names. In 2020 alone, 44 transgender or gender expansive people were murdered in the US. 35 were black or brown transgender women. So far this year, 28 black transgender women have been murdered. Overwhelmingly, their lives are taken at the hands of lovers, partners, or boyfriends. As men, as cisgender men, as black men, we must be allies to our black and brown transgender sisters and mothers. We must look inward and challenge our own homophobia and transphobia that prevents us from fully loving and supporting the black trans women around us. Black trans women are black women. Black and brown bodies have been dehumanized, animalized, policed, and politicized throughout U.S. history. Black and brown trans girls are being targeted and excluded from fully participating in their own childhoods through the onslaught of legislation across the country banning our trans girls from participating in sports. The violence against black bodies is systemic, and our children are being caught in the crosshairs. I'm not perfect in my allyship, but I'm committed to growth. I'm a black cisgender man, and my community includes all of my black brothers, sisters, and gender expansive siblings. It includes all of you. As you have been allies to black men, I'm committing my allyship to support black trans women and girls and their unequivocal right to participate in sports, and to do so as their true and authentic selves, just like all children.
This Pride, we must take time to celebrate the spirit and resilience of the LGBTQ plus community, and to do so loudly. But it's also a moment of reflection on the painful year that we've had, particularly for many trans and non-binary folks. 2021 set a record for the most anti-LGBTQ bills introduced during a legislative session. Over 300 anti-LGBTQ laws were proposed in 35 states around the country, and these bills overwhelmingly targeted trans youth. That's more anti-trans bills to become laws in this year than the previous 10 years combined, including the most recent, when Florida's Governor Rick DeSantis signed an anti-trans athlete sports ban on the first day of Pride Month. This year, 9 states have passed transgender athlete bans that prohibit trans youth from participating in youth sports with their friends. And even if some of these bills didn't actually pass, imagine the harm of hearing about them from lawmakers questioning and debating your ability to be and do what you love. We know that sports have the power to save lives. Even just having policies in place that allow trans kids to participate, their risk of poor mental health and suicidality decreases. And it's also worth noting that when there are trans-inclusive policies, participation by all athletes increases. Thankfully, groups like the ACLU are fighting back. They've succeeded in blocking Idaho's anti-trans sports bill that passed last year, and they've now filed new litigation in West Virginia, and are preparing to file in other states as well to ensure that all trans students can participate freely in school athletics. The work that they do will not be done until every law that targets transgender people is struck down as unconstitutional. And beyond that, the work that they do will continue until all transgender people are able to live freely as themselves without fearing discrimination and violence. We must say it loud and clear. Trans people belong everywhere, and that includes in sports. That work requires culture change. It demands that we stand up and show up for each other, have difficult conversations, listen and share moving stories like the ones seen in Changing the Game. None of us are free until we all are. These legislative attacks on trans youth affect all of us. We need to understand the intersectionality of our struggles is rooted in imprisoning us to society's imposed expectations rather than expression of our own.
Hello, my name is Elle Lett, and I'm a trans, feminine, and non-binary scholar. I received my bachelor's degree from Harvard College in molecular and cellular biology. I have a master's degree in biostatistics from Duke University, a PhD in epidemiology from the University of Pennsylvania, and I am currently completing my medical degree at the University of Pennsylvania. So when we're born, some individual, a doctor, a nurse, or some healthcare provider usually, appraises our external anatomy and decides if that's most consistent with what we normally think of as a man or normally think of as a woman. And that's the gender you're assigned at birth. Then we're socialized along that pathway. We're treated like men or women. We're taught how to act like men or women. And for some of us, that is consistent with our true gender identity. And those constitute the cisgender population. But for the rest of us, that's not consistent with our true gender identity. And those people are people who are transgender. And that includes people like myself and transgender men and women, non-binary folks, two-spirit folks, and everyone under the gender diversity transgender umbrella. A common misconception that is often weaponized against transgender individuals is that your sex chromosomes determine your gender. If you are born with two X chromosomes, you are a woman, and if you are born with an X and a Y chromosome, you are a man. There's actually significant variation amongst individuals who are born with the XX and XY chromosomes. That is just to say it's important that we dispel these falsehoods about gender and the relationship between chromosomes, genetics, and sex and gender, and that they aren't deterministic, they aren't one-to-one. Your chromosomes don't tell you what gender you are. Whether it be through the history of the indigenous cultures that have always had trans identities, or whether it be through the contemporary science that is finally catching up to the reality. Transgender folks are real, we are valid, and we're not going anywhere.
My name is Leah Clarendon. I use all pronouns, she, her, they, them, he, him. I identify as Black, queer, trans, non-binary, amazing and magical, and I currently play in the WNBA.
My name is Patricio Pat Manuel. My pronouns are he, him, and I am the first known professional male boxer who is transgender.
My name is Andrea Yearwood. Pronouns are she, her. I'm currently a college freshman, and some of my hobbies are I like to learn languages, and my sport is track and field.
For the most part, I feel pretty joyful when I'm on the court. Obviously, winning and losing is tough. Like, you know, when you're getting blown out, it's hard at the moment because you're not having a great day at work. But when I think about like the essence of being on the court and playing, like a lot of joy comes up for me. And I just love to play. Like my wife will tell you that's my love language is play. And so when I'm on the court, the love of the game and the love of playing sports is what keeps me going. It's the freedom and the joy and the love of like working together and, you know, dropping that dime and that assist to someone else and seeing how they shine really just like it lights my heart up. And there's nothing like it. Just playing the love of like basketball and sports for me is everything.
The feeling I get when I'm in the ring is I feel home. I feel like I am myself without any sort of filters or any outside noise or information. This sounds kind of odd for people who haven't experienced combat sports themselves, but there is this sense of stillness in the ring and this sense of really, really being present to who you are and what you're about to do that I wouldn't trade for anything else in the world.
I guess on the track, I feel just like I belong, like, you know, like I'm supposed to be there, especially in high school running on the females team. It just feels 10 times better than what I did like in middle school. And just looking around me when I'm running and just seeing girls, like that's one of the best feelings. Like, I just feel just where I belong.
After surgery, I had a ton of people reach out. Like it was overwhelmingly amount of people that reached out, which is a good thing to have in terms of support. But I was not expecting that many, that just much love and support, and especially from the players in the W specifically that have been just like totally awesome and treated me really normal, which is all we want, right? I don't want to be like turn into this spectacle. I just want to like show up and do my job and do it with no boobs, really. And so to show up in the locker room and just be like, here I am existing. And then my teammates have supported me by like asking questions and being curious, like, oh, you know, how are your scars doing? Or, you know, why did you make the decision to have top surgery? Like really thoughtful, curious questions that are like them wanting to learn and them wanting to, you know, be on this journey with me. And then in terms of coaches have done a good job of like asking, you know, my pronouns. Raif, when she called me to come play for the team before I even signed with them, was like, I want to make sure, you know, I'm getting your pronouns right so we can do it in the media guide and like everyone knows before you even arrive in Minnesota. So like that meant a lot to me to be like, you're making effort, you see me, you acknowledge me.
I grew up in a family that sports was really, really important. But my particular draw to boxing actually happened when I was really going through, I would say, a very difficult time in my life, which was puberty. And I know now that I was experiencing gender dysphoria, and I really stopped doing everything I loved. And I knew that I needed to do something to feel better, to feel present in my body. I asked my grandma if I could have boxing lessons for Christmas, and I just instantly fell in love with the sport. I know that when my back is against the wall, I'm going to grit down and fight more. And I think this has been really important in not only me finding, or it's hard to say refinding, because I always knew who I was as a child, but refinding my identity and realizing that I needed to risk it all to be myself. And I credit the sport of boxing with giving me the clarity and confidence to do that. And in my gym, Duarte Boxing, I am 100% supportive by not only the boxers, but my coaches, the people in the city, and even my sparring partners and boxers from other gyms. I get a lot of love and support.
What really made me want to continue to play sports throughout my life was, how much fun I had with my teammates and my friends. Being kind of in a space that made me feel like I belonged, made me feel accepted within, I guess, among the sports community. But they were always there to just bring joy to the sport and just make it such a better environment for me. I learned kind of how resilient I am. I know within sports we don't win everything. And there are a lot of times where I either didn't win a meet or didn't win an event at a meet, or I didn't, I guess, run a personal best or run a time I wanted to run. And a lot of times that can be discouraging. And you can kind of kick yourself in the ankle for being like, why didn't I run harder? Or, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't this go right? I just kind of, it helped me to shift my mind about either mistakes or certain hiccups that happened in my life in general, not just within sports, but in my life as a whole. Just looking at it and learning from it and then trying to do better next time. The support that I've gotten from my coaches and teammates has always been very positive. They've always been there to kind of uplift me if, times were down, or if the media had gotten, too much. They were always there to kind of distract me from it and try to help me focus on the sport.
I hope trans people start dominating sports. Because there's that myth of trans people dominate. I'm like, yeah, actually, I hope we get to the point where we're just crushing sports and we're like, yeah, because we're really good. Because being authentic makes you better at your job and better in life. And so that to me is the future. We start getting trans Olympians. We start seeing people just dominate and crush in their fields because I want to see everyone who represents me shine.
My hopes for this next generation of trans kids who are going to be playing in sports to just have the freedom to be an athlete first and foremost. And that their identity as being a trans person isn't this extra obstacle that they have to push through. I want them to be able to go out there, do their sport and be like, yeah, I'm trans. And that's only one other part of who I am. But at this moment when I'm participating in the sport, the only thing that matters is that I'm an athlete.
My hope for the next generation of trans kids, who are looking to play sports, is just to hope that, they kind of didn't go what I had to go through, or Terry, Sarah, or Mac. Just that, their bodies hopefully won't be policed, or their participation in sport won't be questioned at all. And that throughout the world around them, there'll be so much more awareness and so much more acceptance of the trans community. Watch Changing the Game on Hulu.
Wrestling found me. I love it. I do train as hard as a man. 3. I fight as hard as a man. 2. I am a man.
1.
And I'm the state champ of female high school wrestling.
Being transgender is not a choice. Would it be fair for me to be competing on the boys' team? No. I am a girl. That's who I am.
track has given me a sense of self-worth, self-confidence.
On your mark.
They could say whatever they wanted,
Set.
but at the end of the day, I'm still running on the female team.
That's so unfair. It is totally a male biology.
Where do you locate that so-called right to be included? They don't have the right. They're not girls.
If I didn't have the sports to clear my mind, I don't think I would be here today.
I've definitely been bullied by more adults than kids.
You should take up the violin instead. You'll always be a girl.
Birth certificate says female. Get him straight out of here.
Feels like I'm winning, but it feels like I'm also losing at the same time.
If I didn't see Andrea coming out running as a girl, I wouldn't have come out and run as a girl. Andrea showed me you don't have to hide.
I deserve equal rights and to be a part of everyone else's normal lives. I am 17 years old and I happen to be transgender.
I know I worked hard for this.
There we go, attaboy.
I know I'm not doing it for anybody else, I'm doing it for me. I'm able to be me, and that's all I ever wanted to do. That's all I ever wanted to do.
If sports gives these young kids an opportunity to be and to live in their truth, how dare we take that away from them?
I just feel amazing that I get to be who I am.
If you run the whole race like this, it's gonna be something to watch.
I just wanted to be a kid. Just let me be a kid. I just want to wrestle. I'm Southern Baptist to the core, but I don't mind stepping on some toes either when it comes to transgender kids.
There's a lot of things that I want because I'm a teen. I want makeup, I want shoes. But the main thing that I want is to be accepted just as me.
I am a force to be reckoned with. There's no one stopping me.
Trans kids belong in sport.
Because trans kids belong
everywhere.
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 Trans people belong everywhere.
I am Black.
I am trans.
I am a brother.
I am a parent.
I am a sibling.
I am a partner.
I am a teammate.
I'm a mentor.
I am joy.
And I am love.
I am strength. I am power.
I'm an athlete.
This month.
And every month.
I am proud of my Black queerness.
And I am so proud of yours.
Trans people belong. We belong everywhere. And we belong in sports. Films like Changing the Game, of which Andrea is a featured athlete, gives trans athletes a platform to be the heroes in their own stories and showing us that sports are about so much more than what many make believe of it. Everyone is deserving of the opportunity to be themselves and do what they love. Watch the film. Go tell your friends. Go to aclu.org to sign their petition in support of trans student athletes. And if you're an individual impacted by Governor DeSantis' anti-trans sports bill in Florida, please contact the ACLU of Florida at aclufl.org. Thank you so much.
Okay, so it is time to keep the show rolling, and now it is time that we've all been waiting for, and by we, I mean me, have definitely been waiting for. It's time for the drag. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the drag medley. We wanted to pull in as many drag artists as we could. Of course, we would love to have this be a 7-day event and have drag shows every day, but we need to be a little more, okay, to be honest, the sponsors, it's quite expensive to do that. And so we're giving you a drag extravaganza. So open your eyes, get your drink now, and get ready and get your tips ready for our drag number.
Y'all, drag is such an important part of the queer space, and I'm so excited to introduce these phenomenal drag performers who have come together to give you one stunning performance. I give you Stefan Royce, Sasha Davenport, Jada Balenciaga, Junior Mint, and Miss Brenda Darling.
Black, white, ebony, all sound good to me. Two-tone recipe, got good chemistry. JF Kennedy's, Kiss Hood celebrities, don't matter to me, cause I like everything. You can be my lover, cause love looks better in color. Big dick energy, tastes like collard greens. Big ass patty cake, hey, happy days. Bitch, don't label me, I'm me famously. Nobody's safe, nobody. You and you and you and you can be my lover, cause love looks better in color. Yeah.
hear me.
6'6" piston, tiptoe kiss 'em, cat call kittens, whole milk lick it, see my vision, rainbow smitten, it's easy baby, got the whole world for the picking, you can be my lover, 'cause love looks better in color. Tell your mama.
It is a time-honored tradition to tip your drag performer. So right here on your screen, you see all of their Venmos. Make it rain, honey.
Ani, that was a drag extravaganza. Drag. Honey, you know what I say? Once a queen, always a queen. I love drag so much. I love seeing the drag performers, and that was fierce. And in addition to tipping, like Bob just said, make sure you go and give each and every one of these performers a follow. Sasha Davenport, Stefan Royce, Jada Valenciaga, Junior Mint, and Brenda Darling. These are New York City local drag entertainers, and they are deserving of your follow. And now I'm so excited for another performance.
Well, I love you, Pep. You're right. Once a drag, always a drag. Drag is like the mafia. You got to get jumped out.
It is, yeah.
You don't get to just stop being a drag queen.
You ain't leaving this gang.
So last year, we were so lucky. Our very first ever headliner for Black Queer Town Hall was the remarkable talent, soul singer, Miss Shia Diamond.
Absolutely. And you know that you've heard Shia Diamond before, because if you even watched an episode of We're Here, then you've heard her voice. But I got to tell you, if you didn't see last year's performance from Shia Diamond, then you have missed out. It was beautiful. It was joyous, but also really deep. And it's something that you should go back it's something you should go back and check out. And luckily you can, because it's on the Black Queer Town Hall YouTube. Hello. So it's only fitting that we invited Shia back this year again to introduce our headliner for the day.
So ladies and gentlemen, and all you non-binary people, we present to you Miss Shia Diamond.
I'm Shia Diamond, and today I get to introduce to you one of the most iconic people in the world. They've worked with the likes of Beyonce, Ciara, and Lizzo. They have their own show. They have their own flavor of ice cream at Ben & Jerry's, baby. So I guess you must have guessed it by now. I'm talking about none other than Big Frida, the Queen Diva. So if you're sitting down, baby, you better get up and get ready to dance. You already know.
This is the one and only Big Frida, the Queen Diva. Shout out to Black Queer Town Hall. Much love from the Diva. You heard me.
Got the power. Come on, come on. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I got the power. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Every time I walk up in the motherfucking room, I make head turns and their mind go boom. Slay so hard, big faces need a broom. Kill him softly, then I put him in a tomb. Walk up in the room. Make a minds go boom. Money need a broom. Put him in. If you think that you're on top, it's time to reevaluate. I've been booking bitches left and right, and I got shit to say. Honey, don't step out of line, bitch, you better know your place. I'm screaming and louder. I got the power. Bitches can't help but be sour. I got the power. I'm screaming and louder. I got the power. If you wanna start a fight, I got the upper hand. Fake hoes screaming like they my biggest face. Face down, ass up. Watch me do my power dance. I'ma stand the fuck up. Oh, it go up a hand. Biggest fan. Do my power dance. Power. If you think that you're on time to reevaluate. I've been booking bitches left and I got shit to say. Honey, don't stop by the line. Bitch, you better know your place. I'm screaming and louder. I got the power. Bitches can't help but be sour. I got the power. I'm screaming and louder. I got the. Ooh. Hands on the ground, ass in the air. People talk shit, but I just don't. Hands on the ground, ass in the air. People talk shit, but I just don't. Tear it down. Act a clown. Tear it down, won't you act a clown? Tear it down. Oh, I got the tear it down. Act a clown. Tear it down, won't you act a clown? Tear it down. Oh, I got the power. Hold up. Y'all gotta stop all that foolishness, cause we came to shake.
Y'all get back now.
Back it. Shake for the money. Bounce to the flow. Toot it up, hot, girl, let's go. Money, flow, hot, let's go. Get back. Back that ass up. Get back now. Oh, let me see ya. Get back. Wait a minute. Toot it up. Dribble. Now toot that ass up. Toot it. Oh, she rocky. Toot it. Oh, she rocky. Wait a minute. Who's got the back to make the beat go boom? To make the beat go boom. I need y'all to put y'all hands up in this motherfucker. Everybody put your hands up. Put them on. Shake for the money. Flow. Let's go. Oh, get back. Let me see ya. Get back. Wait a minute. Let's go. Who's got the back to make the beat go? Who's got the back to make the beat go? Toot it. Shake. Shake for the money. 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 Bounce to the flow. Hot. Let's go. Money, flow. Hot. Let's go. Y'all get back now. Y'all get back now. Toot it up, hard, hard. You got to get back, 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 get back. Oh. Toot it up, toot it up, toot it up, toot it, toot it, toot it, toot it. Up, 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 up. Toot it, toot it, toot it, toot it, toot it up, up. Toot it, toot it, toot it, toot it, toot it up, up. Toot it, 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 toot it. Up, 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 up. Who's got the back to make the beat go boom? Y'all get back now. Oh yes. Big Frida, Queen Diva. Oh yeah. Get ya, 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 yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba. Everybody, let's go. Everybody, let's go. It's called N.O. Bounce, N.O. Bounce. I'm that queen that'll make you bounce. N.O. Bounce, N.O. Bounce. I'm that queen that'll make you bounce. I'm that queen that'll make you bounce. That'll make you bounce. I'm that queen that'll make you bounce. I'm that. Third wall, Josephine, that's where I'm from. Big Frida, Queen Diva, make you get ya. Third wall, Josephine, that's where I'm from. Big Frida, Queen Diva. Let me see ya. Move your ass, move your ass, move your ass, move your ass, move your ass. Yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba. Everybody, let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba, yabba dabba. Oh, everybody, let's go. Won't you move your ass? Won't you move your ass? Won't you move your ass? Let's go. N.O. bounce, N.O. bounce. I'm that queen that'll make you 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 bounce. I'm that queen that'll. It goes yabba dabba, third wall, yabba dabba, fourth wall, yabba dabba, fifth wall. N.O. bounce, N.O. bounce. I'm that queen that'll. You gotta, she wants N.O. bounce, N.O. bounce. I'm that queen that'll. Third wall, so the feet in wall. You gotta play ball. She wanna, she about to, she wanna. Ah, get ya, go get ya, get ya, 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 go get ya, get ya, get ya, go get ya, 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 get ya. Everybody, where the hand clap, 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 where the hand clap. She about to explode. 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 Queen Diva.
She about to explode.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's I've been working all day. I've been working all night. Play that beat, I'ma be alright. I've been working all day. I've been working all night. Play that beat, I'ma be alright. I'm about to explode. Take off the slow. Beat it, bust it open. You got that. Take off the slow. Beat it, bust it up, I want you. Yaka, 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 yaka. Release your wiggle. Yaka, yaka, yaka. Release, release, release your wiggle. Release, release your wiggle. Release, release your wiggle. Release, Release your anger. Release your mind. Release your job. Release the time. Release your trade. Release the stress. Release your love. Forget the rest. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got her. She want her. She about to. She want her. You got her. Here goes. Pounce on her. 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 Wiggle on her. Rock on her. Drop on her. Rock on her. Shake it to the DJ. 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 Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Machine. I'm about to explode. Take off the slow. Make it go. I'm about to explode. Take off the slow. It go. It go. Yaka 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 yaka. Release your wiggle. Yaka yaka. Release ya. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. Carli, get loose. Do you? All right. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. All right. Come on. Shake your bum. Shake your bum, shake your bum, shake ya, shake ya, shake ya, shake ya, shake ya. Oh, let's go. Pounce on her, pounce on her, pounce on her, pounce on her, wiggle on her, rock on her, drop on her, rock on her. Shake it to the DJ, 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 DJ. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Bounce it, bounce it. Let's go. I heard y'all got some type of motherfucking liquor in your system. I hope you got your cocktail ready at home, because we got ours. You heard me? DJ 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nah. I got that shit in my system. Somebody gon' be my 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. Figure 5. 5. 4. 5. 4. 5. 4. 5. 4. 5. 4. 3. 2. Nah. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Nah. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 4. 4. 4. 4. 3. 3. 2. 1. 4. 3. 2. 5. 4. 3. 2. Nah, nigga, nah. This the one and only Big Frida the Queen Diva, you best to believe. Y'all give it up for Team Frida and my DJ Juan Jordan. You heard me? You already know.
And that's the queen of bounce, honey.
Honey,
okay?
bounce, honey. Everything jiggles when you're listening to huh?
Can you shake it like that?
I mean, no, can I shake it like Big Frida and her? I don't really do much intentional bouncing and shaking, but it's unavoidable when you listen to a Big Frida song.
That is true. When the Queen Diva comes on, you just all of a sudden you're like, am I in New Orleans? Am I throwing ass?
Did this song just transport? I thought I was at the doctor's office listening on my headphones. Before you know it, I got both hands on the desk and I'm like, ding, 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 ding. Oh! But it's unavoidable. It's unavoidable.
Big thank you so much, Big Frida. Thank you. I mean, you did not skimp at all. Thank you so much for coming through for us. Mwah. Much love to the Queen Diva, Big Frida.
Oh, and now it's the moment we have been waiting for. This is the one aspect of Black Queer Town Hall that's actually new. Last year, it was really important that in the midst of everything that was going on, we take time to celebrate, mourn, and connect about all of the feelings that were happening in and around the Black queer community. And this year, we wanted to take that one step further because we know that there was a lot of people doing some really great work, not only in the last year, but in their lifetime. And so we wanted to take a moment to recognize some people that we think you should know. So now it's time for the awards ceremony. It's the awards portion of Black Queer Town Hall. It's so new. The honors. The Black Queer Town Hall honors. That's what it is, honey.
I like how
prestigious.
I like how that
sounds so prestigious. Ah.
The honorees. So here are your honorees. Oh my God,
Oh my gosh! We've never said this.
So let's launch into our honors portion.
Our next presenter is a very close friend of mine, someone who literally walks the walk and, like you, Bob, has a few things in common, is willing to get tossed in jail behind their activism. And I think that is, that's good. Listen, I will walk, I will march when them handcuffs come out. You might not see me. I am running. I'm wearing sneakers, but I will be there to bail you out. Can that be our deal?
That's the deal. That's the deal. I'll go to jail, you bail me out.
He's actually, in addition to being a Black queer activist himself, is an outspoken advocate for trans lives. He was one of the people at the Women's March several years ago who had a viral picture, a picture that went viral of him holding up Black trans women are women too. And ever since then, I think the community fell in love with him. He was my date to the MTV Video Music Awards 2 years ago, and I'm so excited. And I would like to introduce to you Eves Matthew, who will be, Bob?
Eves will be presenting the award to Queen Jean for Outstanding Achievement in Black Queer Activism.
Hello there, my name is Eves, and it is my honor to be presenting our girl, Queen Jean, with this award. When I think of Queen, I think of the word purpose, stepping into your purpose, living out your purpose in such a way that you don't even have to say it. It's shown through your actions. And Queen does that and shows up in more ways than we could count on two hands. And in all of our moments that I've spent together with Queen, some of my most fondest moments that we had together is when we're shouting with each other. And I think about when I was arrested and I was on the bus on the way to the jail, and before the bus left the premises, I heard the words, "Let my people go," being chanted. And of course, it was Queen who started it. And I think about that. The person who leads the chants of generations, of lives, and of people to come. And that person is Queen. Love you, baby. Proud of you.
Hey, baby loves. What's going on? It's the girl, Queen Jean. I am so honored and grateful to be receiving this year's Black Queer Town Hall's Achievement and Black Queer Activism. This is so, so, so amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sibling Eves, for this award. I love you. I treasure you. It is such an honor to hold space with you on the front lines and even when we are fellowshipping. That truly is revolution. I just want to say that this award truly is for our community. This is a testament to our power, Black queer power, Black trans power. We have it within ourselves to get the work done, to make sure that real change is not something that we're theorizing, that is actually going to happen. And I believe in us. I believe we will win because we are victorious. I'm going to claim it. And so most importantly, what this means is that we can continue doing the work and that we can ensure that our young people will have a future that they can look forward to, that it is not something that, again, that they have to fear, that they can grow strong and they know that they're loved, okay? Again, truly, I love you all, and this award is something that I treasure, and we're going to continue fighting, continue radicalizing, continue making ways for us to be seen and for us to have access, permanent access, okay? All right, y'all, have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Pride. I can't wait to see you all soon. Bye.
Now, listen, if you would like to see the fierceness that is Queen Jean in action, honey, you can find her every Thursday. Did you hear me? Every single Thursday doing her march that starts at the Stonewall Inn.
It's true. And it starts right outside of the Stonewall. And it's not only a march, it's a rally. It's always a celebration. It's something that you should make space for and time for if you come to New York City. And if you don't have the option to go to New York City, please check out and follow the Black Trans Lives Matter March on every single channel. And I want to tell you, for those of you who have a little bit of context, if you watched The Real World Homecoming, this is the march that they were talking about when they said, oh, some Black trans folks were marching for their lives outside of our window. And those were when my two worlds collided, because I was actually at the march that day.
Work.
Anyway, that was fierce and fabulous, and now it is the big one.
Oh, Pep, I cannot believe we're doing this. It really verklempt me every time I think about the person that we're about to sit down and talk to. The rights that we have today as Black queer people, when I say direct impact, this person has a direct impact on the freedoms that you and I have. The work that she does, specifically with helping Black trans women reintegrate after getting out of prison, is unparalleled.
It's clearly life-saving. I mean, I think with people who've been formerly incarcerated, Bob, you can tell. I don't mean jail. We're talking about the prison industrial complex, in all honesty, which is certainly no laughing matter for people who are Black. And so it has had devastating effects on not only the inmates and the former inmates who've gone into the prison industrial complex, affecting their ability to get employment or vote in many states. In addition to that, the safety and the lives of the trans people who are in the prison industrial complex is oftentimes under attack and threatened, not only from physical violence, but also lack of access, lack of care, lack of medical attention, the proper medical attention. And so this woman has done so much for our community, more than you will ever know. And I'm excited to have this conversation with Miss Major. So I think we should dive right in.
Sit down and have a chat with Miss Major.
All right, let's go sit down. I'll see you in a minute.
I'm gonna do a costume change.
Wow! Me too.
It is an absolute honor this year to be giving our Lifetime Achievement in Black Queer Excellence to a true icon in the Black queer space. She is when they say soldier, honey, this lady is a soldier. She is all of our mothers. and someone else's mother, a recent mother again at that, on top of being an adopted mother. And please welcome to our illustrious program, the remarkable Miss Major.
How do you do, sir?
I love you. Now, so I was one of those folks who discovered you from the documentary. And if any of you watching have not seen it, it's called Major. That's Major with an exclamation point. How did the documentary even come about?
I was sitting one evening with us of friends, and this young man, Shawn Miguel, told me about a woman he was going with, and Annalise. And when I met her, she was rapping about I should do this and that. And I had told people before, no. But she told me that, well, I should consider it. And I went ahead and did it. And I'm pretty much, I believe in it.
And your activism started before 69. I mean,
yeah.
over 50 years of changing the lives, and also not grandeur, but when you walk around and you see people like Laverne Cox on red carpets and like Angelica Ross on like these big speaking engagements, is there a part of you that says, I am a big part of the reason for why these things are able to happen? Do you ever feel like, okay, like pat yourself on the back?
Child, I could care less. Yay.
And I think that is fair.
I can do what I can do, and that's it. I'm not in the world to where I command a lot of attention. So no big deal. I take care of the girls that need it, child. That's important. GTLB, whatever it is, the T should come first. And then go.
Oh, honey, say it again for the people in the back. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that?
They didn't get what we put in the mind of people on Stonewall. They took it, and all of a sudden it became a gay thing. He stepped in and he saved the day and all this other bullshit. That's not the intent of what went on at 69. So the T should be first.
Last year we talked to Dr. Angela Davis, and we had the opportunity to kind of talk about, as she identifies as a queer woman, what obvious roles were there, and what spaces were sort of provided and welcomed to queer women, or to women in general, in the civil rights struggle back in the 60s and 70s. And so we know, looking back, that all of these things, that these two issues intersect. And, the fight for civil rights, the fight for LGBTQ plus equality, they've been ongoing. I don't think you can achieve one without the other. That's my personal opinion.
You can.
But what is the role of, let's say, trans women and trans femme people in the greater story of queer equality, LGBTQ plus equality, and civil rights?
Well, when the civil rights started for women, a lot of the trans girls that I knew and joined that group because we felt as if it was a consortium of all the facts that they've done, and so we got involved in that thing. But in, I guess, 2 years or so into it, they outed a woman who went to a fair that they had in Michigan, some overnight thing. But in outing her, they really set a line between us and them, And so slowly but surely, we stopped believing in that, and just concentrated on us, because they felt as if, some women were uncomfortable going to the bathroom with us in the bathroom too. And I tell please, like I want to have some things that's by my I'm sorry. No. And so Angela and I had talked at length about this, and some women get it and some don't. But the few that don't, well, then they don't,
I have a question for you. Right now, speaking about the relationship that Black men have with trans women and Black trans women, and also the high murder rate of trans women, of Black trans women in this globally, not only in our country. That's a thing. And as long as I've been able to identify within the trans community and really kind of hold that identity very close to me, it's been a thing. Like, we're getting killed, but we're getting killed by men.
Yes.
And we're getting killed by the men who want to have sex with us. Has that always been a thing?
Girl, always.
Tell me, please.
Always. Look, if a white man happens to date you, he's going to do his thing and leave. A Black man dates you, he's going to do his thing and leave. But if someone dares to ask them, did not see you go in this house that a transgender woman lived in? Oh, no, God, you didn't see me. Then he comes over and he wants to harm you. He's making us pay for what he thinks is going on out there. And it has nothing to, you can't say it's just Black men. White guys need to get it together, and Black guys need to get it together. Everybody used us for some I don't know, fantasy they have, you know. So it's just not fair, you know, because you would take all the girls that have died since this bullshit started way back when, you know. All of us will live to be 70 and 80 years old.
Mm-hmm. I mean, generations.
Yeah, but they die, you know. And it's so sad.
What do you think? What will it really take? Knowing all the things we just mentioned and understanding the problems, what will it take to just get us over the line of not being in danger of our lives and, from our lovers?
Lovers, friends, associates, people we happen to meet. Everybody wants to make us pay for what they think is going on. Meanwhile, that ain't even on our mind, you know. We get killed for it, snuffed out, and don't exist, you know.
A big part of the reason why me and Pepper trying to get cis straight black guys involved is because we think that it takes people to influence people who are like those people. So, for example, something I'm really happy to see is Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade had a round table talk where he was talking to all these really well-respected black men. Like, they were basketball players. I think they're all basketball. I don't watch sports, but I'm pretty sure they're all basketball players or sports people of some sort.
They're all athletes and related to sport.
Yeah. And he was able to sit them down and talk to them. And because Dwayne Wade is saying it, because he is so powerful and so majestic to them, and because his gaze matters so much to them, they started believing him. So it does take I don't know, I feel like it's a ripple effect of it matters to these people, now it matters to all those people who follow them.
Look, this guy, whoever he is, saying something that is for us and getting them to stand up and admit that is fine. But you need more than one guy to stand up and do this. You need a politician. You need a president. You need someone locally in the different counties to stand up and say this, and then hopefully the rest of the world will go along with it. Hopefully. Do I see it happening? No.
It might not be automatic, especially since we are working really hard to try to get this to happen and working against the constant, persistent erasure of Black queer folks in queer culture and queer history. I think we're just, a couple of years in, and we're just, honestly, really since the past couple of years where people even starting to mention, Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera and Stormy and so many people that contributed, and you. And so what do you think about this constant fight against the erasure of our contributions to queer history?
Well, I think that you have to be prepared to fight for it, because we fought and gotten what we've gotten. But we're not going to just let it go, vanish off into the air. You got to fight for it. They are, take for instance, they're out now to stop the kids from being kids in this country. Don't be a transgender kid. Tell your parents believe in you, and go about to find a doctor. Well, the doctor can say he doesn't want to carry you. What happened to this Hippocratic oath they take? They're supposed to care for you, the person, regardless of whatever it is. They're supposed to take care of you, but they're changing the laws to do that. Now, once they've done that, they're going to come after the older people.
If you had to leave any parting words with a young activist, especially a young Black trans activist who wants to be able to have an impact or a positive impact for people coming after them, what would you say?
To work with the girls, to keep faith in them, to believe in them, to stand up and let them be the best they can be. You know, if they want to hook, but hook safely. You know, you want to be, you want to do something else, do it, but do it safely. You know, not all the girls and people want to get involved in what we have to do to survive. You know, that's changing. Yay. But a lot of girls, the non-passable girls, the girls who are rough around the edges, they should still be able to get work. They should still be able to survive. They should still be able to afford a decent way to live, but they're not allowed to.
Thank you so much for your time, Miss Major. I mean, I'm really honored to be here talking to you. Me and Pep, as soon as we ended last year's programming, and we looked at each other and we were like, we know who next year's recipient's going to be. There was no debate. There was
no question, no conversation, no debate.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful that, even though there's a lot of work left to be done and the path isn't quite as clear or as, obvious maybe.
Is it?
I'm really grateful that I'm grateful for the opportunity to sit and talk with you, but I'm also very grateful that we, Bob and I, and those of us at Black Queer Town Hall, have the opportunity to not only bring you a little bit further and share more of your word and your voice with those who are within our reach, but I'm really grateful that Bob and I have the opportunity to present you with a Lifetime Achievement Award. You are...
Ms. Major, how can people help support you and your activism?
I have a GoFundMe on this website thing, and
it's right here. We're gonna post it.
Look, there you go. You have whatever is needed. You have it. And because I moved to Arkansas to start another thing going. I have a house here, and I'm inviting 5 girls out to spend a weekend with me and leave refreshed and rejuvenated and knowing who they are, so they can go back and give them mother hell.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love it. You talking about the house of so if you all want to check out Miss Major, you can, all the links are in our bio right here, or all our links are in the comment section or in the description, and you can find out ways to support Miss Major. Thank you so much for your time, and it's an honor. Thank you so much. And thank you, Pep. I love you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, Miss Major.
Yeah.
Love you, Bob.
Bye.
That was so transformative.
It was. There's no other way to say it. That was a great moment for us to be able to bring you. And I feel like moments like this, I get more personally out of these types of conversations. I'm thinking back to the conversation that we had with Dr. Angela Davis last year, which was equally as impactful. And if you didn't get a chance to see that one, which we did release separately on Black Queer Town Hall's YouTube, please go back and check it out. These are 2 women who have who've really changed our lives in ways that we will never understand. And I think now at this point, we'd be remiss if we didn't recognize that, without sounding sensationalist, so far in 2021, at this point last year, there were 13 murders of transgender individuals in the United States. And right now we are nearly double that. We're at 28. And the year's obviously not even halfway through. And so it's really important to us at Black Queer Town Hall that while we celebrate queerness in general and gender expansive folks, we take a moment to really recognize the lives of the people who we've lost. And so
we would like to ask you all to join us in a moment of reflection. And as these names appear on the screen, please take a moment to say their names. Say their names out loud. Thank you all for joining us in that moment of reflection. And thank you all for joining us for Black Queer Town Hall. This is our second annual. It's official. We do it every year.
Now it's every year. Now it's every year. It's unavoidable. This year was equally as impactful and moving, and I'm so grateful that we're able to have each and every one of you taking time with us for 2 days, not just today, but yesterday.
Now, I want you to remember, if you enjoyed those conversations from yesterday, the full versions are available on the Black Queer Town Hall YouTube page, along with conversations from last year, also our STEM events, also last year's show, this year's show, today. You're probably watching this right now from the YouTube page. So just remember, Black Queer Town Hall will be making content all year long. You can see some of our charity streams. There is so much content over there. Alex Newell singing the Black National Anthem last year. There is some great stuff over there.
And if you've seen all of that content, please take a moment to not only continue to donate, but share our donation link, which we will be raising funds for various events, like Bob mentioned, all throughout the year. Because one of our goals, in addition to celebrating Black queerness, is making sure that the Black queer folks involved are all fairly compensated, well compensated. And so we're doing fundraising and recharging of the pocketbook every single moment.
Yeah, we're going to need some money for next year, because next year, mark my words, it's going to be everyone open your right timestamp. We will be doing this in person. I'm not in my room. No, honey. We are going to be doing this.
Oh, honey, you just let them know that we're not in the same space. Don't do that.
Exposed.
Don't do that.
Exposed. No, so please continue to support us throughout the year. Next year we will be in person. Mark my words. We're going to be holding. We're going to hug. We're going to hug. I'm going to pick you up from the airport, even in New York City, and I'm going to play your music. No, you pick me up from the airport.
I'm picking you up from the airport. You coming back home, honey. Hello.
And ask me for driver to play first.
Listen, I know that this was, chances are you probably found this event through one of myself or Bob the Drag Queen's pages or channels, or one of the other fabulous friends that we have from RuPaul's Drag Race. And we want to say thank you to all of the people who've shared this content on their pages. We asked a lot of people to post about this and to make sure. So if you are watching this through a separate channel, we have the people whose channels that you're watching it on to thank. But in addition to that, it's really important that we continue not only supporting Black Queer Town Hall, but continue to support events like this. I think last year was the beginning of sort of an awakening. And, one of the things that's easiest to do after you wake up is to go right back to sleep. And so we want to make sure that you are finding a way on your own to engage with Blackness and queerness in your own lives, and have these conversations with people that you know aren't having these conversations. Share this with them if you think it would be easier for them to engage with us rather than having the conversation on your own. Anything that you can do to keep the spirit that we've been circulating here open and alive, and keep it going, because there's so much more work to do. We are celebratory. Last week was Juneteenth. Of course, in New York City, it's Pride, and we want to say thank you so much to the NYC Pride Committee and everyone at NYC Pride and GLAAD for supporting us in doing this again in 2 weeks. I mean, we basically planned it and put this together in a short amount of time. And we want to say thank you to all of the people who have been working on this behind the scenes, the fabulous people at Black Queer Town Hall, of course, myself and Bob, Kennedy, Mitch, and Raif, who've been working behind the scenes to bring you all of this content. So thank you so much.
Everyone, please remember, it is a lot of work to be done. We're not just helping ourselves. When you go out there, when you march, when you have these conversations with your friends and your family, it's not just for you, it is for generations to come. To quote Dr. Martin Luther King, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We're on the way, honey. We're on the way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
For transgender people, a secure payment doesn't mean protecting yourself from someone buying sneakers with your card. No. If you're transgender, a secure payment means paying for something without being judged, questioned, disrespected, humiliated, harassed, even assaulted, simply because the name on your card doesn't match how you identify. This is about more than just keeping a card safe. It's about keeping us safe. True Name by MasterCard, the first card that allows you to display your chosen name because that's who you truly are.